Welcome back, America. We're here with our friend Nathan Sales, former ambassador at large and coordinator for counterterrorism, one of the sharpest knives in the drawer, I might add. Nathan Sales, where do we go from here with Iran? You see what the president's doing. I'm very supportive of his military action that he's taking here. And do we, as a country, really understand this enemy is not about deals or transactions and so forth?
Mark, thanks for having me. Let's take a step back and look at the big picture. We are returning to the default Donald Trump approach to Iran, which is make no concessions and impose our will on the regime via coercive force, economic sanctions, military force, diplomatic pressure, and isolation. That has been the approach that Donald Trump has taken with respect to Iran, not just this term and the first term, but dating back to his life as a private citizen back in the 1980s. So nobody should be surprised to see Donald Trump pivoting back to his instinctive approach to Iran. So pressure on Iran towards what end? Well, I think the most immediate goal here is to make sure that the strait is open. And what we're seeing is essentially a three-part strategy to open the strait on our terms and deny Iran any ability to threaten it or extort money from it. So that's the military pressure. And it looks like we're focusing on military capabilities that Iran is using to take shots at shipping in the Gulf. That's the first element. The second element is maximum economic pressure. We saw the president announce the blockade is back on. We also saw the Treasury Department reimpose economic sanctions on Iranian oil exports, and that's going to crush their economy. $435 million a day. That's a big hole to dig your way out of. And then the third part of this, I think, is a coalition, an international coalition that can escort friendly ships through the Gulf. Now, the French and the British have said, yeah, that's a great idea, and we're prepared to commit our naval assets to helping the United States do it. I think it's time to step up. It would be great to see some French flags and Union Jacks alongside the Stars and Stripes there in the Strait of Hormuz to ensure the free flow of friendly shipping.
Now, in terms of nukes, in terms of the processed uranium there for nukes and so forth, so on. How do you view that? Why do we need a deal? You know, you and I talked about this offline for a little. Why do we need a deal? Why don't we just make sure it doesn't happen?
It's a great point, Mark. And, you know, the deal we need is B-2 bombers, because that was the tool that degraded the Iranian nuclear weapons program to the very sorry state that it's in right now. Now, is it down to zero? Probably not. But the situation that the Iranian nuclear weapons program is in today is substantially degraded. Their centrifuges have been destroyed. Their facilities under mountains have been largely collapsed. The highly enriched uranium that they have built up a stockpile of since the Biden administration is entombed. So we don't actually need a deal, maybe, in order to preserve the weakened state of the Iranian regime. Don't forget, their nuclear engineers, many of their brightest nuclear engineers are dead as well. So the problem with pursuing a deal, as opposed to just maintaining the status quo with the threat of force, the problem with the deal is, one, we're going to have to give something up to get a deal. Two, any deal that the Iranians sign, they're going to start violating it on day one. And we know that because that's exactly how they treated the ceasefire deal over the past month. And the third point is we might be able to do this unilaterally. We keep eyes on all of the nuclear sites. We collect intelligence. And the minute the Iranians make a move, we're in a position to say, not so fast.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.